Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Lily B here. So I'm back and better than ever, and guess what? The best part is that I'm engaged. Yes, I am. Look at this ring on my finger. So the last video that you guys saw is my engagement video, and if you have not seen it yet, I'll link it down below, so make sure you check it out because it was amazing. So today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, and I'm going to talk to you all about my engagement, how it happened, how it went down, did I know, did I not know, was I expecting it, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it, behind the scenes, what really went down, and of course I'm going to give you guys a close shot of my ring because I am so in love. They did so good, and I want to thank everyone that has been congratulating me, I can't talk today, and also I'll give you guys a wedding update because we sort of started planning. I'll let you know. So if you want to know more about my engagement, you want to see me get ready, then keep on watching. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I know you guys can see my little mirror here. I'm going to be using it so I can look at myself, and we're going to get started. So today I want to do like a pink, fun, red look. So I'm going to bring you guys a little closer and then we'll get started. Alright, so here we are. Now we're nice and close and I can get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to be using some drugstore, some high-end. I'm just going to be doing my natural routine that I've been doing on an everyday basis, which I've been loving. So the first thing is I'm going to use my Master Prime. This is for the redness, so I do have a little bit of rosacea on my cheeks. So I'm just going to apply a little bit, and of course while I'm getting ready you guys can enjoy, you know, the sparkles. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So Babe and I had talked about getting married. We had talked about, by the way, before I get started, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. I'm not really going to be explaining what I'm doing. I'm just going to be doing it until you guys excuse me. You know, I know you guys want to know excuse me. So Babe and I had talked about getting married, getting engaged. About a year and a half ago, he took me to go ring shopping, you know, just to see what I liked, and he kind of wanted to get an idea. So he took me ring shopping. We went to a couple stores, and of course, all the rings that I loved were like super expensive. So I think that kind of spooked him. No, I'm just kidding. We looked at a couple rings, and you know, I knew I loved the halo type of ring. I knew I liked the sparkles. So we went to a couple stores and we saw them. I'm going to be using this new sponge. It's like brand new. I love using brand new sponges. And it's a body sponge. But you know, I have a bigger face, so I thought it would work good for my face. We went to a couple places, and then that was that. I really fell in love with a ring, and it's super similar to the one that he got me. I think this one is way better, to be honest. And I fell in love with the ring, and I would send him pictures, and you know, I would remind him, you know, babe, remember which one I like, what you do, and he would ask me like, okay, he asked me like once or twice. So when I propose, how would you want me to propose? And a big thing for me was always having my family and my close friends and family. Like, to me, that was like a huge thing. That was one of my non-negotiables. I always said, I want my family, I want my friends, I don't care how you do it, I just want to make sure that they're present, because you know, to me, my family and my close friends are like everything to me. So that was that. He also told me, he would tell me like, you're so extra, like I don't know what I should do for you, because I feel like you really won't be content with anything, because oh, I also told him I wanted pictures or video for the vlog, you know, that vlog life. So he's like, you know, I know you say that you're okay with anything, because honestly I really was. I would have been okay with anything, but he was always like, you're so extra, I know you love, you know, you want pictures and stuff like that. So he would like once in a while would ask me, like he would casually bring it up, but it was never like a, okay, so when I pose I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that. So so that was that. We would talk about engagement, we went ring shopping, we looked at what I would like, but it wouldn't go past that. So then March came along, and my best friend, which she's also my comadre, Sorrel, my compadre and Sorrel's wedding anniversary is in March. So she had been talking for a couple months before that about throwing, maybe throwing like an anniversary dinner for them. She's like, you know, I really want to do something special. Maybe I'll have a dinner, maybe not. And she's so like, sometimes like when she wants something, she's gonna do it. So the fact that she was like, maybe yes, maybe no, it was a little weird, but I didn't think anything of it. You know, I was just like, you know, maybe she's really unsure. So she was like, okay, maybe yes, maybe no. So the night before the engagement, my best friend Janet and I both got tickets, 2 tickets each for the Kings game at work. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna give the tickets to my comadre and my compadre for their anniversary, because they love going to the Kings games, the Sacramento Kings, because we live in Sacramento, and you know, they were really good seats. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give them the tickets. So then my boss is like, no, you guys have to go, because they were given to you guys. So I called Janet and I was like, crap, I guess I'm gonna have to go. I really don't care for, you know, basketball, but I guess I'm gonna have to go. So I called Janet and I was like, okay, so I have to go. And she's like, okay, we'll pick you up. So they came, they picked me up. Janet didn't go to work that day, by the way, which I thought nothing of, because she had like all the kinds of errands she needed to run. So I didn't think anything of it. So she calls me and she's like, okay, we're gonna pick you up. They come, they pick me up. We get to the game, and the first thing that they do is they buy themselves, like, well, we all bought ourselves a big one of those Budweiser micheladas, or the cheladas. So we each buy ourselves one. I think nothing of it, but they're like, oh my god, I really need a drink, right? So we get our drink, we go and we sit down, we're watching the game. After the game, I'm thinking, okay, we're probably gonna go to happy hour, because we love going, every time we go out, we love going to Applebee's for happy hour. I'm thinking, okay, afterwards we're gonna go to happy hour. And they didn't say anything. They brought me home, my compadre drops me off, and I'm like, okay. So at that point, my comadre had told us, everyone better wear a dress for my party, because I want us for her anniversary wedding, her wedding anniversary dinner. She was like, everyone better wear a dress. And she looks at me and she's like, you better wear a dress. And I'm like, man, I haven't bought a dress in a while. I've worn all the dresses that I have many times. Nah, I'm not gonna wear a dress. I had already bought like this cute top and some new jeans, and I was gonna wear like my my wedges, and I was gonna curl my hair, but I was not gonna wear a dress. So she looks at me as I'm getting off the car and she's like, you better wear a dress. Everyone's gonna wear a dress. So I was like, okay, I guess. She's laying down the law. We were supposed to go, so the plan was we were gonna go to her house for pozole. Her mom was gonna make pozole, and it was just gonna be like her siblings, like her close family, and then me and Arturo. So I had already told my parents, like, okay, tomorrow I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna go, you know, to Sorrel's house, and oh, I'm gonna use my new brushes that I got from the Laura Lee and Morphe collaboration. So I'm gonna start using those. So I had told my parents, you know, I'm gonna go out. Sorrel's having her anniversary dinner. They were like, okay, cool, we're gonna go out to the movies tomorrow. You know, which my parents are very social, so it's not, you know, it's not anything not normal. So they were like, yeah, we're gonna go to the movies and to dinner. You know, that's pretty normal for my parents. They're very social. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I was like talking to Babe, and I was like, oh my god, Sorrel wants us to wear a dress, and I don't have a dress. And he's like, man, she's your best friend, like, how are you not gonna, you know, do what she's asking? Trying to convince me. So finally I'm like, you know what, you're right, I have to wear a dress. Let me go look to see which one I'm gonna wear. So I have this one black dress that I really love, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wear a black dress, and I'm gonna wear this black sweater over it. And he's like, really? He's like, how are you gonna wear like all black? Like, you need to wear like a colorful dress. And I was like, no. But at this point, Janet had my dress at her house. I had left it over at her house. So I'm calling Janet and I'm like, okay, fine, I'm gonna wear a dress, but I need you to drop off that dress or call me tomorrow so I can pick it up. She's like, okay. I went to bed fine. Woke up super late because I love to sleep in on the weekends. So I woke up late, and I come in the kitchen and my parents are making tamales. They're making tamales, and my mom's like, okay, make us some breakfast, you know, we're hungry. Well, lunch by this point. Make us some breakfast, you know, we're hungry. And I'm like, okay. So all of a sudden, babe calls and he's like, hey, I'm gonna be at your house at 7, because we had to be at Terrell's house, I believe, at 7:30. So he's like, I'll pick you up at 7 so we can be there a little early. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So 6:30 rolls around, and I'm like, oh crap, like I took my time doing my makeup. Like, I'm gonna roll a clip of me doing my makeup. Roll the clip. Hey guys, don't mind my face. I'm currently going through glam. I'm getting ready. Let me show you guys the situation. So I have all my makeup here, as you can see, and I'm getting ready because we are celebrating my comadres and compadres, aka my best friends, wedding anniversary. 8 years already. Can you guys believe that? And we're all getting glammed up, wearing dresses. She's making me wear a dress. And I'm so excited. So I'm currently baking and finishing my makeup. It is 6:16 and I'm leaving at 7:30, so I have to hurry up. So I'll see you guys there. So I was actually vlogging a little bit because I was actually ready for the first time before babe got here. So babe calls and he's like, hey, I'm here, I'm outside, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then I'm like, hey, come in, like I'm not ready, like I need to put on my shoes. And he's like, let's go. And I'm like, no, like come in. So he comes in, of course. He comes in. Oh wait, I forgot to prime. Oh, almost forgot to prime my eyes. Okay, so he comes in and he's like, let's go, like he's in a hurry. And I'm like taking my sweet time. Poor babe, like he was like really trying to get me there. But obviously I had no idea of what was going on. So we leave, and in the car, guys, like he was so anxious. Now looking back, like I totally see why he was acting the way he was. But he was like dancing, he had the music like full volume. And I'm like, whoa, like you're really in the mood to dance tonight. So roll the clip of him dancing. Hey. On our way to Terrell's house. I was telling them that for the first time ever, I was on time and you were late. Like I was actually ready for the first time ever, no?
Yeah.
Well, not ever, but...
Yeah, ever.
You're so mean. So I was texting them on my way to Terrell's house. They had been blowing me up. We had like a group chat going. And because I was trying to get dressed so fast, I forgot to reply to them. So I replied saying, oh, I'm hecka late, but I'm on my way. I'm passing Bel Air. So that's pretty close to Terrell's house. And then we get there, babe parks, and I like look at Terrell's house and I see that there's like some lights coming out, like shining, like I don't know, it almost looked like there was like, you know, those light, like really strong lights, and you can see in the sky. And then along her backyard you can see like those, you know, those like garden lights that they sell at Costco. They're like the bulb, like the exposed bulbs, light bulbs, and it's like a string of them. So I can see them, but that was normal to me. The light bulb thing was normal to me because I know she has them in her backyard, and they turn them on all the time, like whether there's parties or no parties. But those light things, I was thinking that it was maybe her next door neighbor, like that lives behind her, because they have a pool. So I was thinking, okay, maybe, you know, they're having a party or something like that. Like I don't know why I thought that. So we walk to her driveway, and we get there, and babe rings the doorbell, and I'm like, why are you ringing the doorbell? Like we never ring the doorbell, we always just walk in. And he's like, oh, it's locked. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I hear the door open, and it's Terrell. So she's like, oh, hey. My first question was like, oh, Janet's not here? And she says, no, she's not here. And I was like, okay. Okay. So we walk in and she's like, are we leaving? And I look at her and I'm like, well, I thought we were eating first. So she looks at me and then she looks at her door and she's like, oh, yeah, let me go put on my shoes. And I was like, okay. So she walks down the hallway to, and like by the kitchen, and at her house, like you have to walk by the kitchen to go outside. So before all of this, I had said, hey, are you gonna need help decorating? Are we decorating? Like my best friend Sorrel is like so detail oriented. Like when she's gonna have a party, she needs to know what she's doing, when she's doing it. She bugs you to help her. Like she's like, we need to decorate, we need to have this, come with me to the store, come with me with that. And she had not been like that at all. So I was like, okay, maybe, you know, we're keeping it low key today. So as we're walking, I turn around, she walks out, and I turn around and I tell Babe, hey, can you see my shorts under my dress? Like, because he's standing like a little bit, you know, behind me. And he's like, no. And he kind of goes, turns and kind of goes in front of me and goes outside. So as I'm approaching the door to go outside, I see like this beautiful lighting, like these beautiful like flowers, and all I see is like burgundy, red. And mind you, my best friend loves red, burgundy, like those are her colors, right? So the first thing that goes through my mind is, this little girl told me that she wasn't gonna like decorate, but it's like all decked out. So as I'm walking out, like all of these things are starting to go through my head. So the first thing is like, literally as I'm walking out, I'm putting my foot out, I see my sister and my brother-in-law, I see Arturo's parents, I see my parents, and then I start to think, wait, where are the cars? Like, believe it or not, like that's what I thought. And then I look at Jenna and I was like, wait, I thought she's not here. Like, what? So Arturo grabs me by the hand, and apparently he was supposed to propose like right then and there, as soon as like I stepped out, but he froze. I froze too. I got so incredibly nervous. Like I've never gotten this nervous in my life. Like I kind of like, I didn't know what was going on, but then I kind of like, everyone was looking at me, so I kind of like was like, is he proposing? Like, is it happening? So I started getting even more nervous. Like I've performed in front of people, I've presented in front of people, and it wasn't the fact that people were looking at me, it was just like the unknown, right? So he walks me down to the middle. My sister's taking pictures, she's telling us where to stand. He starts telling me like something, and then my aunt is pointing to the side. So when I look, I see my nieces and my nephews and my godchildren holding the sign, Lily, will you marry me? So then I was like freaking out, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not a crier. Like, I'm really not a crier, guys, I'm not. And I started like crying, and then Arturo was like trying to talk to me. So he starts talking again, and then I realized, okay, if you watch the video, or if you haven't, now you have some backstory, so when you do watch it, at that point was when I realized there was live music playing. So the moment that I was about to come in, music started playing. There was live music. So Edson, he's here in Sacramento, he plays like acoustic live music. He was playing like our song, one of our songs that we love, or that I love, and that I would always tell him, when you propose, like you better play the song. And it was not until that moment that I realized that there was live music, and because I recognized his voice. So I turned around and I was like, Edson, oh my god. And then, you know, I had a little moment. So then Arturo pulls me back, and he starts telling me like all these sweet and beautiful things that I don't remember. Like, I don't remember what he said. I was so nervous. Like, I do not remember what he said. I'm sure it was like super meaningful, but I just don't remember. I was so incredibly nervous. So then, you know, he gets on the knee, and I just felt like butterflies in my stomach. I felt like the happiest person. And you know, he said, will you marry me? Of course I said yes. I hugged him, we kissed. You know, he put, and as he's starting to put the ring on my finger, I was so nervous. I was like, this ring is not gonna fit me. So as he put my, like, the ring on and it fit, I screamed, it fits, the ring fits, and everyone started laughing. And then we started taking, you know, pictures with my family, with everyone, and my best friend's like, okay, can we post? And I'm like, of course you can. So they started posting, and literally within seconds of them posting, I started getting a million calls and texts and social media messages. Like, it was more, it was more than I could have ever imagined. Like, to be honest, like, babe did such a great job. And then my best friends, so it was my sister, my cousin Cynthia, Janet Sorrell, and my compadre Arturo, the main ones that helped. His parents helped, my parents helped, you know, more of our friends and family helped. But you know, babe did such a great job. Like, I loved my proposal, and I'm just so incredibly happy. Like, being engaged just feels amazing. That night, like, we partied, we drank, they had Italian food, my favorite food, and so was there for a while. We sang, then after that, like, we cleaned up, and we just stayed, like, my best friends and, you know, Arturo and I was just like in disbelief. And obviously that night already, my best friends Jen and Sorrel were like, so when's the wedding? So when, you know, when are you doing it? So we started brainstorming about like dates and whatnot. But of course it was like I had just gotten engaged, so I couldn't really, you know, I was still trying to process everything. So we hung out with them for a while, and then we came home. Ooh, do you see that color that I'm applying? How gorgeous is this color? Oh my god, I love this color. So now it's been, you know, I've been having the, everywhere I go, people ask me about the wedding. And to be honest, we've talked about it, and we know for sure it's not going to be this year or next year. It's going to be in 2020. We still don't know what month. We have an idea, but we don't know for sure. We know we already started saving. We opened a savings account right away. We're starting to save. I know I want a big, beautiful wedding. It's always been my dream to have a big wedding, but also we're looking towards the future, you know, so we also want to make sure, and, you know, we want to be smart about, you know, what we're going to do and how we're going to move forward. So we're also, you know, taking the time for that. This summer, my family and I were going on a huge trip. So I know for sure we will probably book the venue and the church within the next month or so, for sure. So we will have to decide on a date. We have a few in mind. And then after that, it'll just be saving and, you know, wedding planning and all the fun stuff. So, you know, I'm super excited for that. This eyeshadow right here is so beautiful. So I'm so excited for that. And, you know, being engaged has been something that I've always wanted, I've always dreamt about. So after we got engaged, I asked babe, oh my god, like, how long have you been planning this? Like, tell me all the details. So apparently he's been having my ring for about a year to a year and a half. So he had the ring a long time ago. He had already purchased it, but obviously didn't tell me. And that makes me even more happy, because that just tells me, you know, how, you know, how much thought he put into it, and that just makes it even more special. The other thing was that I would always be like, sometimes I would be like, hey babe, let me see your phone, and he would be like, oh, hold on, I have to like send a text or something. And then he told me afterwards, like, oh my god, when you would ask to use my phone, I would always have to like go and like delete all the messages, because he had like threads and threads. And after he showed me and my friend showed me, like, they had threads of like all the planning, and they actually had like planning meetings, and he went and met with my sister and like the flower, the person who decorated, and went to like Michael's and stuff. So that really warmed my heart also, you know, to know that he really took the time, and also that, you know, my family loves me and my friends love me, and you know, they also took the time to do that, and it just means a lot. It really does, and it means so much. I'm gonna set my face real quick. So I'm gonna highlight now, and I'm gonna try this Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in the color Rose Gold. It is so beautiful. I have yet to use it. I think it's like the new summer, and I'm gonna be using the Morphe R36, and this is from the Laura Lee collection. It might be a bit too dark for my skin tone. Oh wow, that is beautiful. Oh, it's good. I hope. Oh, look at that. Just for fun, I'm gonna be putting a little bit of, oh my god, I want to share with you guys. Check out, this is my Jaclyn Hill palette that they got for me, I believe like 2 years ago, and I hit pan on 4 of them, and I'm so sad because I love it. So I'm gonna actually go in with a little bit of the champagne pop over top. Not that I need more glow, you know, but can never have too much glow. Ooh. So after I put on my highlighter, I always like to go back with my blush brush, and just to make sure it's seamless, and not just with whatever's left on the brush, I just kind of go over my cheeks just to make sure we're blended. Next, I'm gonna put a little bit of, oh, before mascara, I'm actually gonna be, I've been loving this eyebrow pencil. It's the Maybelline Total Temptation brush, and it has a little, so it has a stick and it's angled, which is perfect, and then it has a little baby spoolie, super cute. I don't really like the spoolie though. I always use my own spoolie. And you know what, when I do my eyebrows, I really, what I do first is I go under, let me make sure I'm okay. Yeah. I shape it under, and then I go with my natural shape, and then I fill it in. I actually really love my natural shape. I just always just fill it in because I have like sparse hair. And all I do is I brush it and I blend it, and I feel like it looks pretty good. So I make sure that it's blended. What time is it? Where's my phone? It is 1:40 a.m. But you know what? This is dedication. I love you guys. Thank you for watching my channel, my videos, and comment down below. Do you stay up watching YouTube channels? Because I know I do. I always got sucked into like old episodes of Ellen. I love watching the reels as well. All right, that's done. Now I'm gonna put on a little mascara. We'll do the lips, and then we'll be done. So for this look, I'm not gonna put falsies. I'm just gonna go au natural. And look at this. Do you think I have an obsession for pink, mauve, purple colors? I think I do. Okay, I'm gonna take a makeup wipe to just wipe my lips. I've been forgetting to buy chapstick. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in with Clueless from ColourPop. So last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and spray again, and I love this Milani Make It Last setting spray, 16-hour wear, and I love it. It smells delicious. All right guys, this is the look that I came up with. I'm loving the eyes, loving it, loving the lips, loving the look, and mostly I'm loving the ring. So thank you once again for watching this. Leave your comment down below. Let me know how you got engaged, if you're waiting to be engaged. Let me know what you think about my engagement story, and most of all, go watch my engagement video. It is so so special to me and Babe. And we both want to thank you guys so much for all your support throughout our relationship. Whether I know you in person or I don't, or you're a subscriber or you're a supporter, thank you so much. And I will be posting more consistent, so please stay tuned. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Did you think I'd forget? Of course I'm not gonna forget. Here you go, a little close-up of my ring. Enjoy.